Keep hearing these whispers about recession, economic slowdowns. It's definitely on people's minds. But what if the tech that often gets flagged for job worries AI could actually be, well, a surprising help? Today we're looking at this really fascinating idea. Could AI, specifically these powerful large language models you hear about constantly, be an unlikely ally against recession? I have to say, I'm really curious to see where this leads. Our source for this is a piece from QZ.com called AI, Recession's Unlikely Ally. And our goal here is to, cut through the hype a bit, look past the headlines, really understand how AI might genuinely shape our economic future. There's some pretty striking parallels to economic history that we'll get into. Okay, let's unpack this. So, first things first, AI helping us dodge a recession. It sounds almost, well, a bit optimistic, maybe? What's the actual connection there? How could that possibly work?
Okay, yeah, it does sound like a big claim. But here's what's really interesting. A lot of economists are now looking at this current wave of AI, especially these large language models or LLMs.
Like ChatGPT, Claude, those kinds of things.
Exactly. Things like ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, they see them as what's called a general purpose technology, a GPT. And that puts AI in pretty esteemed company historically. Think electricity or the steam engine back in the Industrial Revolution.
Wow, okay. So major transformative tech.
Precisely. Technologies that didn't just improve one thing, they changed everything. Multiple sectors, society itself. And what's fascinating here, looking back, is that these GPTs, they often cause disruption at first, sure, but eventually. They led to huge sustained leaps in productivity, massive economic growth. They really reshaped how industries worked, how value was created. It wasn't always instant.
Right, that makes sense. Electricity wasn't just plug and play across the whole economy overnight. But did those gains, those productivity boosts happen right away? Or was there a lag?
No, definitely not right away. That's a key point. When these big new technologies roll out, economists often talk about a productivity paradox.
Paradox.
Yeah, you might actually see productivity dip initially. It seems counterintuitive, right?
It does, yeah. Why would that happen?
Well, think about it. Businesses, workers, everyone needs time to adapt, to integrate the new tools, figure out how to actually use them effectively. It's like getting a super complex new software system first few weeks. Maybe things slow down while everyone learns it.
Okay, I get that. The learning curve.
Exactly. So the real significant productivity jumps, they tend to come much later. Only after there's widespread adoption, after systems change, after people really master the technology.
So patience is needed. Mm-hmm. And if we're talking about these AI tools, the LLMs, how specifically are they expected to boost productivity down the line? What are they actually doing in the workplace?
Right, connecting it back to today's AI. These LLMs are incredibly good at automating a whole range of routine, often repetitive tasks.
Like what kind of tasks?
Think about summarizing long documents, maybe drafting initial emails or reports, analyzing data sets, even generating code snippets.
Stuff that takes up a lot of time currently.
A lot of time. And often it's not the most, shall we say, engaging work for humans. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, the crucial outcome isn't just speed. It's about freeing up human workers.
Freeing them up from those routine tasks.
Precisely. So individuals can redirect their focus, their energy towards higher value stuff. Things that really need human skills. Creativity, critical thinking, complex problem solving, strategic planning.
Interpersonal stuff too, I imagine.
Absolutely. Collaboration, empathy, nuanced communication. Things AI, at least currently, isn't suited for. That's the core driver. Shifting human effort to where it makes the most unique impact. That's where the productivity gains are projected to come from.
Okay, that paints a clearer picture of the mechanism. Automate the routine, elevate the human. But let's circle back to the recession ally idea directly. If AI boosts productivity like that, how does that specifically push back against recessionary pressures, like inflation or slow growth?
Right, connecting those dots. Well, significant productivity increases across the economy can be a powerful counterforce. Think about inflation. If you can produce more goods and services more efficiently, basically, getting more output for the same or less input, that can help ease price pressures.
Okay, makes sense. More supply, less cost pressure.
Exactly. And for slow growth, increased productivity is a driver of growth. It means new efficiencies, new capabilities, maybe even new types of products or services become possible. So when you get that kind of boost across many different sectors.
A rising tide lifts all boats, kind of.
Sort of, yeah. It can lead to overall economic expansion, making the whole economy more robust, more resilient to downturns. But, this raises an important question, just how big will this effect actually be and how quickly?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question, isn't it? Or $1 trillion now. So bringing it back to the listener, what does all this mean for you navigating this potentially changing economic landscape?
Well, I think the main takeaway is that the potential is definitely there. It's significant, but we're still really in the early days of adopting this technology.
Still figuring things out.
Very much so. The full economic impact, it's still unfolding. It's going to be dynamic. So understanding this, adapting, that's going to be key for individuals and businesses alike. It's not just about which tasks AI can do. The real question is how we effectively integrate it.
How we use it to unlock that human potential you talked about.
Exactly. That's the critical piece.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the core insight seems to be this. AI, these LLMs, they really do have the potential to be a major productivity engine, much like those big transformative technologies we saw in the past. And in that sense, yes, it could genuinely be an unlikely ally against future recessions, because it could fundamentally change how we work and create value. Which leads us to the final thought for you, the listener, building on what we've discussed. Given AI's potential to redefine productivity, to free up our human capacity, how might you start rethinking your own skills or your role, or maybe even the whole future of your industry in this rapidly evolving economic picture? Something to definitely mull over. Keep exploring.